I'm delighted to be joined on the show by Suzi Quatro once again. Suzi, we spoke last year, and it's an absolute pleasure to have the chance to speak with you again. Of course, I think last time we spoke just after your novel was released, but
Oh
this
yes,
time,
grave undertakings. Yeah, yeah.
and I may as well ask, how was the reaction to that after that release?
I never expected so many people to love it so much, and a lot of people they said it changed their life. I had one guy write to me and he said, "Sorry for not getting back to you in such a while, but every chapter I had to stop and question my life decisions."
Really?
Well,
Wow.
that's good. That's great
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
touched people.
That's very good if it's kind of resonated so deeply with somebody.
Absolutely. And we're working on a screenplay for a 20-part TV series for that, and a screenplay for a two movie of my life, part one and two.
So it sounds like it's all very busy in the world
Mm,
of Suzi Quattro still then.
nonstop. In April, I start my UK tour, and I'll read them out, and then I've done my job. Uh, April 7th, Glasgow, 8th, Gateshead, 9th, Manchester, 11th, Watford, 12th, Oxford, 14th, Southend, 15th, my fourth time at the London Palladium, 17th, Bath, 19th, Birmingham, 20th, Bournemouth.
So it's a big 10-day tour across the
Yes.
UK, which
Yes.
we'll come to it again soon because I want to ask you all about that. But it kind of comes at a time as well. It's straight after some new music, and I remember last year when we spoke, you were talking about making this
Yes.
album. And then here we are, nearly a year later, and the album's set for release on the 27th of this month. It's out very soon. Freedom. We've heard two singles so far, the self-titled track itself, Freedom, and most recently, Little Miss Lonely. So tell me a little bit about this.
That's the single that's out now. The video dropped yesterday at 5, and it's very me, tongue in cheek, and it's very Gemini, which is also what I am. So it's one side and the other, the two sides, at least. Geminis, they always say split personality, but we're much more than that.
So is that where Little Miss Lovely comes from then? Is that like a little bit of background on that
Yeah,
song?
it is a little bit. My son had the title, and he gave me the title, and I went, "Oh yeah," and then I used my personality.
So all came out that way.
Absolutely.
What was the creative process like then when you speak about things like that with making this new album, Freedom?
Well, we purposely stripped everything back for this one. It was a return to my rock and roll roots. It was very the 1973 vibe, brand new bass guitar, jumpsuit, shocking people. So we didn't use a lot of extra instrumentation on this. It's mainly guitar, bass, and drums. We have some keys on it, not a lot, no horns, not lots of BVs. So it's stripped right back. And my son told me that even the equipment that he used was a little bit retro.
Retro.
But yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
and I only said this on the last interview because I didn't realize it and it came flying out. He upstairs wants me to say this again. My original drummer that played on all my hits, Dave Neal, and he passed away during COVID. And I bought his drums from his girlfriend, right? And put them in my home studio. And these drums are on this entire album, and that's quite spooky, isn't it?
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, and it's a
It's
return to that. And his drums are on this album. I didn't realize it till it came out of my mouth. She said, "Oh, I got a chill." I said, "Oh my God, me too."
well, I guess it's quite special at the same time, isn't it? Because obviously, like they're the drums, like you said, they're behind some of your biggest hits. So
Yes,
I bet
all of
it's
them.
quite sentimental as well, almost to have them back on this
Fantastic.
new album.
Yeah, it's fantastic just to see them sitting there. I feel like he's not gone.
Yeah, I bet it holds quite a nice feeling
Oh
when
yeah.
you've got something like that.
There's a real vibe in the studio because of that, I tell you.
I mean, you mentioned this, your son as well. So has he done a lot of work on this album with you then?
Oh, totally. It's our third Suzi Quatro album together. Or he co-writes, plays guitar, and he produced The Devil in Me as well, and he produced this one. He's very much on form on this one. He's got his total confidence level up now. And everybody has commented on the guitar work because it's very, very good, very rock and roll, very riffy. So he's come into his own on this album. And like I said, we purposely stripped it all back. It's very much on the subject of freedom, the single, like Choose Yourself, and all the songs are about being who you are. It took on that form. Be who you are. Don't be somebody else's version of you. Big mistake. Be you. And it takes a long time to get into that, but that's always been my mantra. I don't let anybody change me. If you don't like it, there's the door.
I think it's a really important thing, and that's one thing I really picked up when I spoke to you the last time as well, that you've always been yourself, which I think's a massive thing in life, really, isn't it? And I think, like you say, if that album follows that theme, it's quite a key message, really, to put out there, isn't it?
Very key message. As I'm quoted on the cover, freedom. I don't have anything left to prove. I'm comfortable in my skin. Key phrase, comfortable in your skin. We all have to get to that. I don't take any BS from anybody. I'm on the road, got my bass guitar, I'm on the bike, and I'm heading down. Nothing can stop me. That's how everybody should feel. Everybody. And freedom, of course, takes on a meaning in this world too,
Yeah.
today. Oh, freedom is so important, because I always say if you haven't got a freedom, you've got nothing. And on this album, I wrote a song which is unlike me because I am famous for not doing gender. Never have, never will. I'm a tomboy. Don't do gender. But on this album, I wrote a song called A Woman's Song.
Also,
Maybe I never do it again, but it's an important, excuse me, it's an important song. And my son says it's the most dangerous song on the album because it really says how I feel. And this is my message to women and for women. And yeah, it's quite a heavy message, but I mean it. So maybe I never write another woman's song again, but at 75, I've addressed the fact that I am a woman.
so
And now
is
I'm now I'm going to take my dress off.
so is that the first time you've ever touched on anything like that, then, like gender related issues?
Well, I've done bits of gender and stuff in songs, but I've never actually said a woman's song.
Hmm.
Never done that. Not
What was
not
the
not in this way.
What was the thought behind it then, putting this in on this album, which is coming out in 2026?
Um, it was all about me being 75, being happy to be 75, putting out new music still, getting in the charts still, filling halls still, getting great reviews, singing good, being happy where I
Mm.
am in life. That's what it's all about. And I wanted to put that message out there. And it's in every single song, you know? It's such an important thing. You maybe try to please people sometimes, which isn't a bad thing, but compromising yourself is always a bad idea. There.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the best way yeah, that's always a bad idea. It is. Because it'll come back and bite you up the ass every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I really can't wait to hear the album. I mean, I've only heard two
Two
singles so
tracks.
far, of course, but very excited to hear the full thing when it comes out at the end of the month. But I bet it's an exciting time, of course. But I wanted to ask you, just mentioned that song there when you're talking about women and stuff, and the two singles that we've heard, like I mentioned. But is there any particular track that is more special to you on this album, Susie? It might be one that we've heard
Well,
so
they
far,
all
one
no, they
singles,
all
or
are. Yeah, they all are, but I would say Choose Yourself, which was the album's title for a long time, and it's all about choose yourself. Life is too short to lose yourself.
Mm.
Never lose yourself,
Yeah.
just choose yourself. It's all that kind of thing. Very, very special song. And it wasn't until I was listening to the mixes back, because it was Choose Yourself, and that was going to be the album title too. And Freedom just kept coming out and punching me in the face. And then I realized that the album was going to be called Freedom. You've seen the cover and everything, going down the road on your bike with the bass guitar on and the jumpsuit. Uh, But yeah, I think Choose Yourself is maybe one of the best lyrics on the album.
Ah, so yeah, so you kind of put that more into the lyrical.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
yeah,
a lot of people have said to me, a lot of people who know me have said to me, Choose Yourself is you. It's your attitude to life. I
yeah.
thought, yeah, yeah, you're right. It is my attitude to life. Yeah.
It's another very important message, and it sounds like there's a lot of like this self-empowerment and
Yes,
obviously it's in the title freedom on this upcoming album.
absolutely. That's what it's all about. It's a very strong lyrical album. It's a very strong, riffy album. It's in your face, but it will also touch you. It's both. It's me snarling, screaming, playing, doing everything I do, but doing it with feeling.
And that's the most important thing, isn't it? Because it's
Yes.
being yourself, absolutely. And it's I believe is it your first original album since the one you released with KT Tunstall in 2023?
Yes. Let me think. Yes, this is our Richards and my third outing together as Suzi Quatro album. So there was No Control in 219, The Devil in Me in 221, Face to Face in 223, which Richard produced and played guitar on, and now this one, Freedom, in 226. So this is our third Suzi Quatro album together.
It's really exciting, and like I said, I can't wait to hear the album when it's released on March 27th. But you mentioned at the beginning you're heading out on tour, a 10-day tour across the UK, playing all over the country. And I bet it's the perfect timing, really, because you get this album out, and then the next week you're on the road, you're going across the country, and you'll be playing all of these songs. So I bet you're feeling very excited to get back out on
Oh,
tour again.
and I'm rehearsing up the new ones so they get cemented. And I'm only putting two in. It's a choice out of three. We're going to rehearse all three and then pick which two fit in best. I usually pick two from each album.
Two from each.
Yeah,
That's a good way of deciding it.
yeah. And sometimes I'm wrong. I have been wrong, where I think one fits in, and then you do it and you go, oh, no, that doesn't really fit into the mood of the set, you know. So,
Hmm.
but usually I'm pretty good at knowing what fits.
I was going to ask you, is that like one of your secrets then to deciding a set list? Because obviously, someone like yourself that's got an amazing back catalogue, you could go on forever. So I bet sometimes if you don't have a bit of a structure, it can give you a bit of a headache thinking about, well, which songs am I going to play?
Yeah, well, I am very, very good at structuring a set, and I'm very good at structuring the order on an album. I kind of know the graph after doing it for
Hmm.
62 years. And like I said, every now and again you get it wrong, but you know, if there's a song you think is wrong in the set, you give it 2 to 3 times live, because then you get
Yeah.
used to it. And so if it still doesn't work after 2 to 3 times live, it's not going to work. So then it goes back out. So, but I'm not usually wrong. It doesn't happen very often. So it's between three on this one, but I think I know which two are going again. Freedom for sure. And then it will be between Little Miss Lovely, which is out now, or Kick Out the Jams that I did with Alice. So it'll be one of those, one of the other two. But Freedom starts to act two because it's a 2 hour solo show with an interval. And you get all your favorite hits, you get favorite album tracks, you get music from 73 up to 2026. And that is called Value for Money.
Absolutely, and I remember I was going to ask actually because you said that last time as well about like it's a long 2 hour set spanning your whole career really, so you get a bit of everything, which is
You
always
do.
great, I think.
You do. And nobody gets left out. No matter which your favorite album was, you'll get something, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like what you've done there though with the with the two songs from each album because it's giving everything its acknowledgement really.
Yes. You just have to, like I said, sometimes they need road testing, but I can't wait because this Freedom starts Act Two. So I'll be coming out in my jumpsuit and doing Freedom. Yeah,
It's going to be really exciting,
it is.
and I'm looking forward to catching you when you come up our way too in the northeast. So looking forward to that. And is like playing live something you've always loved, Susie?
It's what I was born to do.
Yeah.
You know, my first gig when I was 14, we did our first gig with the band. And I remember standing up there by my bass guitar and looking down at the crowd. And I thought to myself, I'm home.
Hmm.
And that's never left me.
Born, born
That's
to
never
do
left.
it.
Yeah, born to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's some artists and bands out there. I mean, I think majority do love the element of touring. As that's what music should be for, playing to an audience, playing your
Sure.
songs that you've worked
Sure.
on.
Oh,
There's some that do prefer more like the studio element, getting the music out there and then not being as fussed on the live. But I think majority it's about the live music, isn't
oh,
it?
it is. Oh, yeah, God. There's nothing like that feeling. Nothing like that feeling, you know. Still in awe when I go out. I go, oh my God, I hope they like me, you know.
Well, I guess if people didn't, you wouldn't be doing it. So that
No, I
obviously
wouldn't know.
proves that
But
point.
it's always
Yeah.
good to not go out there with the attitude and assume that you're going to storm it. You have to work for it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Still on it, absolutely. And what would you say the key to longevity in touring is, Susie? From somebody like you say, you've done it for many years. What would you say the
60,
key
60,
is?
yeah, 62 years I've done this. I think the reason why I'm still here, in my opinion, is because I'm real.
Real.
I'm
Mm.
not manufactured. I'm real.
I think that's a great way of putting it because you are yourself, and it links back to the theme of the album as well.
Exactly, exactly.
So to be touring that in 2026, it's quite fitting, really, isn't it?
Fantastic, isn't it?
Ab- Absolutely, and yeah, I bet, like we've said, it's you can't wait to get out on the road. And I was going to ask, you mentioned you've played at the Palladium many times, which is one of the venues on this tour. So have you got any places that you have very fond memories of, or you might like everywhere you play? So have you got any favorite touring memories from over the years,
Oh
Susie?
God. Well, I mean, there's so many, but I think the first time you go on tour, and I think my first one is, I think it was in Hamburg, or might have been Cologne, but the whole audience was there just to see me. Thousands of people, you kind of go, first time that happens where you walk out and
Yeah,
they're just there for you. So that's pretty amazing. And I remember the first time I went to Australia, I'm like, I think it's something like 85% of the population bought my records.
which is that's
Huge. And I
unbelievable.
got
Yeah.
met with the screaming kids on the tarmac, you know, and a bikie escort, guys on the motorbikes. Quite something. That was quite something. First time at Japan. Wow. Wow. I played on my 50th birthday at the Valbuna in Germany in front of 22,000 people. And then I played the Wacken Festival last summer, which is the biggest outdoor heavy metal festival in the world, even though I'm not heavy metal. And that was for 85,000 people.
55,000.
So
Wow.
I've had a few good memories in my time.
And you've
Yeah.
been lucky to play all over the world too.
Oh, all over, and I still am.
And the UK as well, because I believe you live in the UK now.
I've lived in
So-
the UK since 1971. I've always maintained my
Yeah,
American passport. Um, but I put down roots here because I just moved here. Um, and I took in February delivery of my UK passport, so I'm now an official dual national.
congratulations.
So the Queen
So,
of Rock and Roll had to swear allegiance to the King of Britain.
well, what wasn't he honoured then? But no, I bet it's a UK tour is always special then, really, because it's kind of like the place you call home away from home now, I guess,
Yeah, it
really.
is. I mean, Detroit's my heart and soul because I was born and raised there, but
Yeah.
I've been here since 71. I mean, yeah, I'm the girl from Detroit City living in Essex. Figure that one out.
That's a good title. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like, like when the UK gave you some of your first hits as well. I bet it's always been a place that's held quite a special place in your heart, then, really.
Oh, sure. I mean, my kids were born and raised here, so that's a big
Mm.
part of it.
Yeah.
And everything kicked off for me here. You know, this is where it began for me. Then it spread out, but it started here. So yes, England is special to me.
And it's going to be a great tour. Really looking forward to catching you, Susie. And yeah, before we finish, I may as well ask you the question. So, what's next for Suzi Quatro? Because it seems like you're always busy and things
Yeah.
really aren't slowing down for you. It feels like there's always
Speeding
something
up.
happening. So, what's coming next for Suzi Quatro?
Well, I'm working on the screenplays, like I said. Also, I'm always writing. So I think the next album, it might be Susie and Friends. I'm thinking of that. And if I do Susie and Friends, I will write with whoever I'm doing the track with, which would be really interesting. Still working on another poetry book. That'll be book number 8. I released my 9. I released my third poetry book, book number 8, through my Pain After Grave Undertakings. I've always got to do a project. I've always got to be doing something. Watch this space.
It's I'm a bit like that too. I have to be busy, otherwise I'm just I'll just get bored. So I
Yeah,
totally get that.
I need to
Yeah,
be busy. Yeah,
being busy is very good, but
absolutely.
whatever it is, Susie, I look forward to seeing, hearing, watching whichever one comes. But no, very excited to hear the album on the 27th of March, and looking forward to catching you on the road as well. And thank you so much for joining me
Thank
again.
you. Thanks. We'll see you again.